Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Monday, November 27th, 2023. This is the organizational meeting of the Farmington City Council. This meeting is a little later in the month than usual due to the new election laws. As the late great Jerry Garcia said, what a long, strange trip it's been. Since technically there is no mayor at this time, I will preside over the meeting until the council members elect the mayor, and at that time I will hand over the gavel to the newly elected mayor. So let's get started by having Clerk Bachman administer the oath of office to the newly elected officials.
Thank you.
Clerk Bachman.
Okay, we will start out with Joe LaRussa. Come on up. Yeah, you guys can come on up. Yeah. Okay, please raise your right hand. Do you, Joe LaRussa, having been elected as a city council member for the city of Farmington, solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, the provisions of the charter, and all the ordinances of the city of Farmington, and to faithfully discharge your duties as a city council member to the best of your ability?
I do.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Clerk.
And this is for you.
Thanks, Clerk.
You are next. Please raise your right hand. Do you, Joanna Block, have been elected as a city council member for the city of Farmington, solemnly swear to support and uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, the provisions of the charter, and all the ordinances of the city of Farmington, and to faithfully discharge your duties as a city council member to the best of your ability? Congratulations. Last but not least. Another one come up as well. Please raise your right hand. Do you, Kevin Parkins, having been elected as a council member for the city of Farmington, solemnly swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the state of Michigan, the provisions of the charter, and all the ordinances of the city of Farmington, and to faithfully discharge your duties as a city council member to the best of your ability?
I do.
Congratulations. We are all set. Let me move this out of the way.
In front? Down in front? Yeah.
You did great.
Thank you. Make sure
You want to sneak in on the edge? You want to sneak in?
No.
Okay, congratulations to all of our newly elected officials. At this time, we will give you the opportunity to speak, and we'll just go in the same order that we administered the oath. So, Councilmember LaRussa, you're up first.
Thank you, Clerk Bachman. All I can say is thank you to Farmington. I'm very grateful, thrilled, and excited to have another 4 years to continue serving the city to the best of my ability. I'm very grateful to the voters. I'm grateful to the clerk's office for managing the election in a seamless fashion, and for the residents who took time to speak to me on your porch, at the farmer's market, in and around town. I think those were great conversations to have, and you still have my commitment to serve and to answer your questions when they come, and to be accessible and available to you because you deserve nothing less. So thank you very much.
I just want to say thank you also to the people of Farmington and to all of my colleagues and those in City Hall that the last 2 years have been really a wonderful experience, and I thank you for giving me another 4 years to do that. I promise to give you my very best, which I said I would last time, and I say it again, and I promise to serve with integrity and a humble spirit that I will think of you every time I make a decision. So thank you.
So I guess I'd like to just start and say that I'm not from here. I wasn't born here. I didn't grow up here. But my wife and I found Farmington. We moved to the community, and it's been a very diverse and welcoming community. And I've gotten to know many people through knocking on doors, through volunteering, and through the Run Club, which is one of the biggest parts of my time here in Farmington. But now I feel that every time we walk out the door, I see someone I know, and I hope that through this experience I can just continue to perpetuate the positivity that is Farmington. And yeah, thank you to all the voters. I hope that I serve you well.
Okay, Clerk Bachman, would you call the roll, please?
Yes, Councilmember Bulk.
Here.
Councilmember LaRussa.
Here.
Councilmember Parkins.
Here.
Councilmember Shaman.
Here.
Councilmember Taylor.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, now let's stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Support?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, now the election of the mayor. So can I have nominations for the position of the mayor?
I would like to nominate Joe LaRussa.
Is there a second?
Support.
Is there any other nominations for the position of mayor? Not hearing any, I will close that, and let's vote on the mayor, on Joe. All those.
Yeah, just for the record,
roll
make
call.
sure it's clear, can we repeat this, who made the support? Okay, thank you.
Is that a roll call?
Yep.
Okay, Councilmember Bulk.
Yes.
Councilmember LaRussa.
Yes.
Councilmember Parkins.
Yes.
Councilmember Shaman.
Yes.
And Councilmember Taylor.
Yes.
We have a new mayor. Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you, David. Thank you. Thank you, Manager Murphy. The next item on the agenda is the election of the Mayor Pro Tem. Are there any nominations from the floor?
I'll nominate John Balk.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion by Schneeman, seconded by Parkins. Clerk Bachman, will you please call the roll?
Mayor LaRussa.
Yes.
Councilmember Parkins.
Yes.
Councilmember Shaman.
Yes.
Councilmember Taylor.
No.
And Councilmember Bulk.
Yes.
Motion carries. The next item on the agenda is consideration of resolution to appoint council members to serve on boards and commissions. Every time at the organization meeting is the time we take to appoint various members of council as liaisons to various committees as required by the charter or as appropriate for the council. The first item, 7A, is the Farmington Retiree Healthcare Board of Trustees. This one, I believe, is set by charter to be the mayor. So That was the easy one. Thanks for putting that one first. Item 7B, the Downtown Development Authority Board of Directors. Are there any volunteers?
I would be willing to volunteer.
Okay. Any others? Okay.
I'll take it if nobody else, but I would yield to the Mayor Pro Tem
Okay.
if she would like to serve in that capacity.
The item 7C is the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority. This is the one that I currently sit on, and unless there's anybody else who'd like to take it, I'm happy to continue serving.
It's all yours.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Next item is 7D, the Farmington Election Commission. This is another one where there's a constraint that it must be, the appointee must be somebody who is not up for election in the next cycle, which would be 2025, which means we can paper, rock, scissors for it, or flip a coin, or if you're willing, that'd be great.
I can do that.
Thank you. Item 7E, the Multicultural, Multiracial Community Council, the MCMR. Are there any volunteers?
Well, I suppose I should volunteer for something, huh?
Until you get voluntold. Thank you, Councilman Parkins. SEMCOG is item 7F. This is the Southeast Michigan Council of Governments. For this one, we need to appoint both a member plus an alternate. I have been serving as the member delegate from Farmington and would like to continue doing so. I'd also propose we keep the same alternate, Councilmember Schneeman, unless there's any objections or anybody else would like to volunteer.
Sounds great.
Okay. Next item is 7G, the Grand River Corridor Improvement Authority. This was formerly Mayor Bowman's committee. Are there any volunteers? Councilmember Schneeman, thank you. 7H is the Greater Farmington Area Chamber of Commerce. I was serving on behalf of Mayor Bowman. I'm happy to open this up to another member of the council if there's a volunteer.
I wouldn't be opposed.
Okay. Councilmember Parkins. Thank you. Item 7I is the Charter Review Committee. This one, I believe, was Councilwoman Taylor's committee. Are you interested in keeping it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Are there any other volunteers? Okay. Item 7J, the Downtown Farmington Public Parking Committee. This also was formerly Councilwoman Taylor's. Are there any volunteers, or would you like to continue?
I would take that one as well.
Councilmember Parkins, any objection?
No, that's fine.
Okay. The Commission for Children, Youth, and Families is item 7K. Councilman Schneeman has been serving on this one. Do you want to keep it? Continue? Okay. Any objections? Okay. The Farmington Pathways Committee is item 7L. This one might be another coin toss or cage match, or, because we have two council members currently serving now, but I think we have to,
I'll defer.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
okay. Councilwoman Taylor? Item 7M is the Beaumont Community Advisory Board. This one, I believe, was also
It was me.
Councilwoman Balk.
I never met. I interviewed with two different people and then never got a call back about meetings. So I don't know what we want to do about that. It's also changed. I believe there's been a lot of leadership change, and so that may be where it fell.
Do we have an option to defer the appointment until we maybe reach out and see if they still
Is
want?
it even called Beaumont anymore?
Right, the
Keep
Corwell,
track.
Right.
maybe a little bit of investigation there before we formally appoint a council member for that one. Item 7O is the Founders Festival Committee. This was previously, oh, excuse me. No? Oh, yes, N, 7N, Farmington Area Arts Commission. This one was formerly Councilwoman Balk. Do you want to continue?
I would like to.
Okay. Any other volunteers? Okay. 7O, Founders Festival Committee. This was formerly Mayor Bowman. Are there any volunteers?
I'm willing to take it if no one else, okay.
All right. I don't know if the Bicentennial Committee would need reappointment, or if we can just carry that one forward.
No, sorry. You're asking him now.
Recently created, I think you can carry that forward if that's your
Okay.
preference.
In that case, I'll continue serving on that one.
And we don't need to add it. So I feel like that covers all of the committees, but in order to get the resolution, Clerk Bachman, did you catch all the names, or do we need a recap?
I'm confident that I caught all the names. Unless you would like a recap,
Nope.
please feel free to do so.
Then I think we'll entertain a motion.
I move that we appoint all those listed for the various commissions as stated in the minutes that Clerk Bachman has.
Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Balk, supported by Councilwoman Taylor. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 8 on the agenda is a public hearing for the program year 2024 Community Development Block Grant application. Mr. Murphy, is
We
it you?
just need to open the meeting, hear any public, which there probably isn't much, and then close it. So I think you start with a roll call, right, to open it?
Okay, we will start with Councilmember Perkins.
Here.
Shaman,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Falk,
Yes.
and LaRussa.
Yes. Public hearing is now open for the program year 2024 Community Development Block Grant application. If there are any members of the public who wish to comment on the Community Development Block Grant application that is prepared by the City of Farmington, now is your chance.
I'll move to close public hearing.
Support.
Motion by Schneeman, supported by Taylor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Item 9 on the agenda is now the consideration to approve a resolution adopting the 2024 program year Community Development Block Grant application.
So I would ask that you approve this application. The application, the amount of funding we will get in '24 is estimated by the county to be $26,502. We usually send that amount over to the Farmington Hills, and they allocate approximately $22,527 for the senior center and $3,975 for public services. We've been doing this for years and years. I guess I would ask that we continue to do this.
Any discussion? Is there a motion?
Move to approve a resolution to authorize James Wren to purchase 1 month of service credit from MERS.
That's not the item we're on.
Sorry about that.
Thank you for that. Do you rescind?
Yes.
Okay.
And somebody give me the page number, I'll get the right one. Oh, I skipped ahead. Sorry about that. Move to approve resolution adopting 2024 program year Community Development Block Grant application.
Support.
Motion by Taylor, supported by Schneeman. Roll call vote?
Money. Right?
Yes, correct.
Clerk Bachman, will you please call the roll?
Yes, Councilmember Shaman,
Yes.
Taylor,
Yes.
Falk,
Yes.
LaRussa.
Yes.
And Perkins.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries. Item 10, consideration to approve a resolution to authorize an employee to purchase 1 month of service credit from MERS.
So we have a public safety officer that, after 12 years of service with the city of Farmington, left for greener pastures and found out that they weren't so green and came back. And he would like to buy 1 month of service time with MERS, and it won't cost the city anything if you allow this to happen. There's a resolution that goes along with it, and I think you may even had a motion already.
So,
Any discussion? Is there a motion?
take 2. Move to approve a resolution to authorize James Wren to purchase 1 month of service credit from MERS.
Support.
Motion by Taylor, supported by Balk. Clerk Bachman, will you please call the roll one more time?
Yes, Councilmember Taylor,
Yes.
Falk,
Yes.
LaRussa.
Yes.
Perkins.
Yes.
Shaman,
Yes.
Thank you. The motion carries. Item 11 on the agenda is public comment. This is the portion of our meeting where members of the public may address the council. In observation of some rules that are longstanding here in the council chambers, we'd ask that you limit your comments to 3 to 5 minutes. Please state your name and address for the clerk. Are there any members of the public who wish to make public comment?
Hello, I'm Sarah Davies. My address is 23120 Violet. First, congratulations to those of you who have a new seat here or a new role. Always excited to work with all of you. I come here tonight with a great deal of frustration. I've been a member of the Beautification Committee for the past 6 years, and I'm privileged to currently chair the committee. It's important to me that every person who volunteers with the Beautification Committee feels recognized, heard, valued, and appreciated. I've worked very hard at recruiting new volunteers and have said on more than one occasion that there is always room at our table for everyone, that there is always a chair at our table for every volunteer. This attitude, combined with our committee's community outreach, has brought in 6 new applicants in the past few months to the Beautification Committee. Of those, 5 of them began attending our meetings and helping plan for our bicentennial year a few months ago. Now, I've got a short tenure here, so I know that with the election approaching, there may have been a delay in getting the applicants interviewed and feared that they would not be invited to the volunteer appreciation dinner that takes place next week. I reached out to all of the city council members at the time. Kevin, I apologize, you weren't one yet, in early October. And I've been excluded before, so I know what it feels like. I wanted to make sure that we would not exclude those new volunteers and those new applicants from the party. I did not sense any opposition and felt that the council members that I spoke with supported my request. The invitations went out for the volunteer appreciation party, but the new applicants were not invited. I reached out to the city manager's office and I did speak with David Murphy. During both our phone call and our written communication, David advised me of the following. First, I was out of line and did not follow the appropriate chain of command because I spoke to the council members about this before speaking to David Murphy. Only appointed committee members are invited to the event. Space is extremely limited, so much so that there are now multiple events. That each invited guest can bring a guest with them for $40, and that if the Beautification Committee is allowed to bring extra guests, other committees should also be allowed to do so. I did not know that there was a chain of command and that I should not discuss committee ongoings with council members, so I apologize for that. I understand that this event is for appointed committee volunteers. However, in the 6 years that I've been on the committee, there has never been a time when it took that long, over 2 months, for a candidate to get interviewed by the council. If the applicants had applied in a non-election year, they likely would have been interviewed and appointed already. I've heard that space is limited. Seems like we have too many volunteers, too many people who want to give back and do free work for Farmington. Maybe we need to consider a bigger venue or even more multiple events. I also did offer to give up my own seat and my meal. I'm happy to stand in the corner or at the bar. I don't need to eat. I'd really like to make sure that other people can come. So if that's what's required to make sure that another seat can be given to one of my volunteers, I would gladly do that. When saying if we do it for you, we have to do it for all of the committees, there are no other committees that currently have applicants waiting to be interviewed by council. I did mention all of this to David and asked for reconsideration to invite these 5 people to the volunteer appreciation event. He's advised me that if a current sitting member would like to bring a new applicant to the event as their guest, they can at the $40 cost. So $200 solves the problem for this year. It's actually $160 because one person cannot come anyway. I wish I had the extra money. I do not. I am a single mom. It's Christmas. I spend the majority of my free time volunteering, so I don't have that money. But I feel like I've done my due diligence to be an advocate for the volunteers of this great city that we love. I spoke to a friend about this, and she would like to help. So she wants to ensure that our volunteers can attend the event. So Annette Campo from Campo and Medina Real Estate is going to sponsor our 4 people, and we'll drop off a check to the manager's office in the morning. All that being said, I'd like to have the council appoint a council member to be a liaison for the beautification committee, like you did for the other committees tonight, so that if circumstances like this come up again in the future, we can address them immediately. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you for your comments. Is there any other public comment this evening? Seeing no further public comment, close public comment and move to council comments. Is there any member of the council who would like to make comment? Councilwoman Taylor.
With my apologies to Ms. Balk, I just would like to explain my no vote here on the record. Farmington has an established precedent of rotating the mayor and mayor pro tem seats based on seniority of who's come up through the ranks and who hasn't yet served in leadership. And while other boards might treat titles as political football, ours has remained relatively drama-free because the Farmington way is based on process, not personalities. Supporting this nomination is saying that on Farmington City Council, it's okay to cut the line as long as you can get enough votes. It transforms a process that's intended to elevate the most experienced members into a popularity contest where experience doesn't matter. And in doing so, that puts the interests of individuals above those of the council as a whole. And that's how you create a dysfunctional board. If this is our new protocol, this is worrisome. Setting up showdowns after each new council is seated is a distraction from the work our voters put us here to do. I would support Jana if it was her turn, but I can't put my vote behind throwing out the Farmington way of doing things, the process that protects us from drama and dysfunction, just because someone wants to be mayor sooner. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Taylor. Councilman Schneeman.
I just want to congratulate our new mayor, I'm excited to see the good things that you're going to continue doing for the city, and want to do everything I can to help support you in your leadership. So, congrats on that. Also, congrats to our new mayor pro tem. I know you've learned an awful lot in the last couple of years, and excited to see, you got a lot of support, obviously, from the voters. Excited to see what the next 4 years looks like, or the next 2 years, I should say, in your position as mayor pro tem. Also want to welcome Kevin to council, and I think it's a great experience. You're gonna learn a tremendous amount, it's my hope that we can all really work together, hand in hand. We have all kinds of experience up here on the dais, and you mentioned that you're not from here. But I think it's great that we get diverse voices and diverse opinions on our council. So welcome, and I just want to say to the Farmington voters that I hope that you can trust in the leadership that you see up here at the dais, the 5 of us. We all have the best interest of this city in mind, and I can promise you that I will work as hard as I can in the coming couple of years to move forward and continue the momentum that we've started, and continue the great things that we have seen and will continue to see in Farmington.
Thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Balk or Councilman Parkins, anything for council comment tonight?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, I'll make a brief comment. I appreciate the unanimous support of my colleagues. Thank you very much for putting your trust in me. I've had the chance to study under several very astute and learned and very talented mayors of Farmington, Mayor Galvin, Mayor Schneeman, Mayor Bowman. So I feel I've had a chance to study from the best, and I intend to take what I've learned and continue that tradition of leadership and strength that we all have up here together. I want to thank my wife and my children for always supporting me, and especially for my kids coming door to door with me. And I want to thank my parents who have raised me, also not in Farmington, truth be told. So born and raised in Dearborn. So Mom, thanks. Don't cry. I'm excited. There's a lot on the deck. We're coming off of transformational projects in the city. We're coming toward more transformation, more positive energy than I've ever seen in our city, and I'm very excited and thrilled to be at the table when that's all happening. So thank you again for the opportunity. Mayor Pro Tem Bulk, congratulations. I'm very excited for you. Having sat where you are, I know it's going to be great. And welcome, Kevin, as many others have done. We're welcoming you to the squad, and you will learn a tremendous amount.
Thank you.
That's all I have for tonight. The next item on the agenda is adjournment. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Support.
Motion by Balk, supported by Taylor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Good night.
Congratulations.